Call the member for Vaucluse.
Mr Speaker, on Thursday the 22nd of March I had the pleasure of hosting a seniors morning tea in my electorate of Vaucluse to coincide with the New South Wales Seniors Week 2012. It was a wonderful opportunity for me to meet local seniors in my electorate and to celebrate the vitally important role they play within my local community. I was also delighted to have the Minister for Ageing, the Honourable Andrew Constance MP, to take time out of his busy Seniors Week schedule to join me at that event and help celebrate the achievements of seniors in my electorate, but most importantly to hear their views and their concerns directly. Minister Constance also took the opportunity to discuss with local seniors the government's soon-to-be-released whole-of-government ageing strategy and our plans to implement the services and planning measures to support our seniors into the future. We had a really productive question and answer session where both Minister Constance and I were able to respond to some of the important issues made by seniors during the course of our discussions. And the morning tea was really a welcome opportunity for me to acknowledge the significant contributions made by seniors in the development of my local community and to thank them for their leadership and service. 5 residents in the electorate of Vaucluse were recognised through the 2012 New South Wales Seniors Week Achievement Awards. And I'd really like to take this opportunity, Mr Speaker, to briefly share with the House the stories of these 5 very special people who I'm proud to have live and work in my electorate. Mr Alan Joffe of Vaucluse was honoured with a State Award for his years of dedication to community service. Mr Joffe is a treasurer of the Shalom Institute and the Shalom Garamurada Indigenous Scholarship Program. He volunteers for the B'nai B'rith organisation and oversees the annual Schools Posters competition, which receives hundreds of entries across Australia. Mr Joffe is also a volunteer on a weekly basis for Meals on Wheels and runs a monthly walking group. Mrs Edith Ryber of Point Piper was honoured as a nominee for a Community Service Award by Jewish Care in recognition of her fantastic community volunteer work as President of the Welfare Ladies Auxiliary, which is one of the friendship clubs auspiced under Jewish Care. Mrs Ryber has been involved as a volunteer for over 20 years, and each week she ensures that the members are provided with entertainment and activities. She works tirelessly to extend a warm welcome to all, as I know, and she makes sure that anyone in need is referred through to Jewish Care Community Aid Services for support. Mrs Kathy Miller of Rose Bay was honoured as well as a nominee for a Business Award, and for the past 15 years Mrs Miller has been a volunteer at the Centre for Ageing, a Jewish community group delivering service to help Jewish seniors to stay in their own home for as long as practicable. And through the help of the Centre for Ageing Services, Mrs Miller helped her mother settle into life in Australia. And as she became involved more with the organisation, she offered to host a Shabbat candle lighting ceremony for Jewish residents at very secular nursing homes in the eastern suburbs of Sydney. Mrs Miller soon had a group of volunteers, rabbis and musicians scheduled to visit nursing homes every Friday to bring some Yiddishkeit, that is a Jewish ceremony with heart, to the nursing home residents, and she continues her work today with the Centre of Ageing. Mr Reuben Aaron of North Bondi was honoured as a nominee for a Business Award as well. And Mr Aaron arrived in Australia in 1947, and for the past 50 years he's dedicated his life to his local community. In the 1960s, Mr Aaron was instrumental in building the Sephardi Synagogue in Fletcher Street in Wallara in my electorate, the only synagogue in Australia purpose-built for the Jewish congregation of Spanish origin. For the past 10 years, he's volunteered at the Centre for Ageing as well, and he assisted in building an extension to the community hall that provides daily activities for the elderly and a new kitchen providing Meals on Wheels to the local community. Finally, but not lastly, Mr Marcus Joffe, also of North Bondi, was honoured as a nominee for a Lifelong Learning Award. Since 1999, Mr Joffe has played a vital role in the administration of Computer Pals for Seniors in the eastern suburbs, a group entirely run by volunteers. Mr Joffe was also the Company Secretary and Director of Australian Seniors Computer Clubs Association for 9 years, and for the last 3 years he's been Treasurer of the Waverley Community and Senior Centre. These 5 worthy recipients worked tirelessly for our community, for my community, and I sincerely thank them for their dedication, their leadership and their service. I was proud to publicly honour them, along with the Minister for Ageing, Minister Constance, and pay tribute to their work last week. I was also delighted to meet their families who attended the morning tea. The support and understanding that the families of such workers bring to the community makes their work possible. Mr Speaker, I commend my statement to the House.
Mr.